Hi students, welcome back to my class. Dears, what we have discussed in our last class? Yes, we discussed about infectious diseases and agents. So, dears, today we are going to discuss about means of spread. Do you know how do infectious diseases spread? Many microbial agents can commonly move from an infected person to someone else in a variety of ways. In other words, they can be communicated and so are also called communicable diseases. Dears, we already discussed about the communicable diseases. Such disease-causing microbes can spread through the air. This occurs through the little droplets thrown out by an infected person who sneezes or coughs. Someone standing close by can breathe in these droplets and the microbes get a chance to start a new infection. Examples of such diseases spread through the air are the common cold, pneumonia, and tuberculosis. We all have had the experience of sitting near someone suffering from a cold and catching it ourselves. Obviously, the more crowded our living conditions are, the more likely it is that such airborne diseases will spread. Dear students, all of you look at the screen. Air-transmitted diseases are easier to catch the closer we are to the infected person. However, in closed areas, the droplet nuclei recirculate and pose a risk to everybody. Overcrowded and poorly ventilated housing is therefore a major factor in the spread of airborne diseases. Okay, then let's discuss about diseases spread through water. Diseases can also be spread through water. This occurs if the excreta from someone suffering from an infectious gut disease, such as cholera, get mixed with the drinking water used by people living nearby. The cholera-causing microbes will enter new host through the water they drink and cause disease in them. Such diseases are much more likely to spread in the absence of safe supplies of drinking water. Cholera, typhoid fever, diarrhea are some examples of diseases spread through water. Next, physical contact. The sexual act is one of the closest physical contact two people can have with each other. Not surprisingly, there are microbial diseases such as syphilis, AIDS, gonorrhea are transmitted by sexual contact from one partner to the other. However, such sexually transmitted diseases are not spread by casual physical contact. Casual physical contact include handshake or hugs or sports by any of the other ways in which we touch can other socially. Other than the sexual contact, the AIDS virus can also spread through blood-to-blood contact with infected people or from an infected mother to her baby during pregnancy or through breastfeeding. My dear students, animals also carry the infecting agents. We live in an environment that is full of many other creatures apart from us. It is inevitable that many diseases will be transmitted by other animals. These animals carry the infecting agents from a sick person to another potential host. These animals are thus the intermediaries and are called vectors. So dears, what is vector? Animal that carry infecting agents from a sick person to a healthy person. Animals that carry infecting agents from a sick person to a healthy person. That is vector. Do you know any vector? Yes, the commonest vectors we all know are mosquitoes. In many species of mosquitoes, the females need highly nutritious food in the form of blood in order to be able to lay mature eggs. Mosquitoes feed on many warm-blooded animals, including us. In this way, they can transfer diseases from person to person. Dears, look at the screen. These are the common methods of transmission of diseases. Direct contact, indirect contact, through air, by food, water, mosquito or insects, and rabid animals. Okay. My dear students, I hope all of you understood today's class. We are going to wind up our class here. Thank you. Have a great day.